From 2013, when this mission started, through to the end of last month, 170 UN personnel have been killed here. In terms of danger, no other mission comes close. Last year, Mali accounted for a third of all UN peacekeeping fatalities, and the threat shows no sign of letting up. Here, keeping the peace can look a lot like fighting a war. Over 2 months this spring alone, the UN says armed groups carried out 44 attacks, killing and maiming civilians, Malian soldiers, and UN personnel.
They will attack the UN maliciously. They will launch mortars and artillery and rockets into UN camps. They will send in suicide bombers. So that makes it extra dangerous.
Ironically, it was another international intervention that may have helped unleash this chaos.
Our Prime Minister has been clear, Gaddafi has to go.
Canadians joined the coalition that helped a 2011 rebellion overthrow Libyan dictator Muammar Gaddafi.
There were a number of Malians and other Africans from sub-Saharan Africa who were working for Muammar Gaddafi. And after the end of that civil war, with the death of Muammar Gaddafi, they returned home, taking their weapons with them and a lot of their techniques.
An ethnic separatist movement dominant in the north then joined forces with Islamists, some reputedly with links to al-Qaeda. And flush with Libyan weapons, they captured half the country. So France intervened in Mali, beating back the Islamists, and a UN mission began to help keeping armed factions from tearing the country apart. Clashes and terrorist attacks have been a constant feature ever since, though. Peace between the government and separatists is fragile. Mali's democracy is fragile, too. Long postponed elections are scheduled for the end of July, and opposition supporters have been injured in clashes. Protests are now banned. When we spoke with Canada's Chief of Defence Staff yesterday, General Jonathan Vance, he gave us a hard limit on Canada's commitment here, 1 year only. That for a UN mission whose needs only seem to grow with time. In 2013, the mission was authorized for up to 11,000 troops. By 2016, that had expanded, allowing a force strength of up to 13,000. Originally, the focus was on stabilizing population centers, protecting civilians, and supporting the peace process. Later, counterterrorism was added to the mandate. That's unusual and controversial. Critics say it makes UN peacekeepers a party to the conflict.